Well, howdy, y'all. Rudrani Devi, the happiness lady, coming to you with another tool from Access Consciousness. The happiness lady, y'all say, yeah, because I've done run the book about it. Choosing happiness, an uncommon way to find joy in your life. And what if it was just a choice? Just saying. Anyway, what is the tool today? I love this one. I remember the first time I heard it, it was like I relaxed so much because I realized that I had created so many needs to fit into this reality. Oh, what do I mean by that? Well, we have this thing where it's like we have these tribes, right? And, I don't want to knock tribes. I mean, I feel like I have a tribe of people, more or less, that have this same point of view of what I'm about to share with you. What if there was no right or wrong? What if there was no good or bad? Now, this reality has this energy of, hey, agree with what I'm saying over here. This is the right way. This is the wrong way. And if you don't agree with it, my cat's meowing. Hi, Pepita. Can you hear her? So cute. This is the right way. This is the wrong way. If you don't align and agree with me, then you're resisting and reacting to me. And what if you could just be in that space of, hey, you know what? You have every right to your point of view. And I have every right to my point of view. What if there was no right or wrong or good or bad? It was just a different point of view. And I know I've talked about that tool before. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. But what I'm getting to today is sometimes we get stuck in these reactive realities of what's right or wrong or good or bad or how we're going to fit into this reality, even if we have to cut our arms and legs off to be received. Hey, no one's going to like me unless, if nothing else, I pretend that I agree with them. And then we can resist all the people together that we don't agree with. How weird is that? So there's this thing called a clearing statement. And it's like waving a magic wand. Yeah, I know. Waving a magic wand and clearing whatever that heaviness that is keeping us stuck in the need to resist and react or align and agree. And I'm going to put the link below so that you guys can actually hear Dr. Dane here, the co-founder of Access Consciousness, and Simone Milasas, who is the creator of several Access Consciousness-y things as well, explain this clearing statement. But I'm going to say it for you right now. It sounds a little weird. Sounds like hocus pocus, but it goes like this. Right and wrong, good and bad, all nine, pod and pock, shorts, boys, povads, and beyonds. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod and pock, shorts, boys, povads, and beyonds. Or you can just say pod and pock. Pod stands for point of destruction. Pock stands for point of creation, meaning, when you actually created whatever this is that's sticking you and the place where you can uncreate it. Very strange, isn't it? So how do you use this tool? Yeah. How do you use this magical tool that literally lifts this heavy energy whenever you're feeling like you have to have a side, Now, granted, I am not perfect. There have been plenty of times where my butt itches because somebody says. And I'm also very psychic, so I have this space where I know what somebody's agenda is, even if they don't know it. And so this clearing statement is a great way to get me out of it and be in that space of, you know what? They're not asking to know that they have an agenda. And why should I care? Hey, just for me, just for fun, don't tell anyone. Oh my gosh, this person has an agenda. And the thing is they've kind of been brainwashed into it because this reality has been brainwashing them or entraining them, whatever you want to call it, to believe that certain things are good and certain things are bad. Me as well. I mean, I'm not saying that that I've got the right way here. What I'd like for you to do is trust your own knowing. If something is tweaking you, you could say something along the lines of, everything this is bringing up for me, I destroy and uncreate it all. Pod and pock. Or if you're like me, who's a little autistic, I like saying the whole thing. It's like, I don't know. It's like I should have a gavel or something. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, pod, pock, shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Sold to the woman in the back row there. I know, a little cray cray. My brother even said it over the weekend. We went to a wedding, and I don't know, he was tweaking me, right? And I have not actually yelled at him in at least 2 years because I used to really resist and react to what he had to say. But I sense this private agenda thing. He likes to tell a lot of jokes. He's a dad of 3 fabulous girls. And he's a fabulous father. And he likes to tell these really bad dad jokes. We're all going, oh, I'm talking about. Of course, that's my interesting point of view, that they're bad. They're just jokes, whatever. But he was going down this road of, I don't know, jokingly demeaning me. And I knew what he was up to. And it's kind of like this. The only time I give myself permission to get angry is, when somebody's lying about me. He's basically, in a space of everything I'm doing is wrong and everything he does is right. Righteousness. Now, I could be sounding a little righteous myself right now for even going into this conversation. But it was really tweaking my ass. He was like saying some things jokingly, demeaning me, and then doing this little nervous laugh afterwards. And my mother was sitting there, so was my oldest brother. We're having breakfast. It's the day of the wedding. And I finally just went, why do you always have to do that? Why do I always have to do what? He says. I said, why do you always have to kind of jokingly demean me like that? It's like you're disapproving of who I be. And he insists that that's not the case. I said, what is all this nervous laughter? Have you noticed that mom and bro over here ain't laughing? I'm not laughing. It's not kind. And then he said, well, I'm not doing that. And I said, well, I'm a little bit psychic. And then he says, I love this part so much. I had to really hold myself back to make sure I didn't laugh because I thought it was so funny. He goes, more like psycho. So I pulled it together and I said, that's right, dude. I'm crazy. Don't you forget that. I am cray cray. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, whatever. And he said, stop talking. And I said, you stop talking. It's kind of like, well, we're like 5 years old going, I know you're wrong, but who am I? I know you're right, but who am I? I don't know. One of those little gamey things, right? And he stormed away, and I leaned over to my mom and said, I love you, Mom. I'm sorry. I'm so tired of this. I felt like I had to bring it to his awareness. Now, is he going to change or not? No. But he's going to be aware that I know what he's doing, even if he doesn't know what he's doing. Hey, so everything that brought up for me, in my head, I'm going, pod and pock. Everything that brings up for me, and everywhere where I have a need to react, or I have a presumptive reality about this, meaning I presume that he, is doing this to demean me, it doesn't matter. What if it wasn't right or wrong or good or bad? So how did I get myself out of it? A right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod and pock, shorts, boys, povens, and beyonds. And I'm so grateful for him. He gives me a lot of stuff to share in these tools. Now, I don't know how he'd feel about it. Sounds like I'm giving him shit. It does. Part of me wanted to make him a card. I was thinking about this morning. I'm laying in bed it's like 5 a.m. And I felt like I should make this card that says, I'm sorry for being a dick to you over the weekend. And I'm sorry that you're such a dick. Can we stop being dicks? What do you say? Truce. And then I had my little laugh and I went, this need for a reaction or not really to react. That's actually how I feel. But it would get a reaction out of him that it's probably not a kindness. So everything that brought up or let down in your worlds, let's destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good, battle, 9, pod and pock, shorts, boys, povids, and beyonds. So that's your home play. Play around with that tool. What if there was nothing that was right or wrong or good or bad? And I know I didn't explain all the other parts about the clearing statement, but if you go to www.theclearingstatement.com, you know what? I'm going to click on the little thing here. Yeah, here it is. It's scrolling down underneath me now. www.theclearingstatement.com. Dr. Dane here and Simone Milasas explain it so eloquently. Do yourself a favor. Skip on over to that YouTube and I don't know, it might give you a little freedom. Why not? So, thank you for playing. If you liked this conversation, please click subscribe. Maybe share it with your friends. I got a lot of freebies here. So did both of the people I just mentioned earlier. I'll put their links down there as well. And what else is truly possible? Hey, what if you not having a point of view about what this reality is impaling us to believe is right or wrong or good or bad had nothing to do with you? What could that actually create? I don't know. Maybe some freedom in your world? Yeah. Again, thanks for playing. Until next time. Ciao, ciao for now.